Hey guys, it's Bobby Hughes again, and from Hollow Point Defensive Shooters, and I'm bringing you segment 2 of casting lead wheel weights into bullets. This segment we're going to cover, we've already got the ingots made. You've already seen that video. If you haven't, watch the video on the smelting process, taking lead wheel weights and making them into ingots. These are the ingots. If you remember, we made little pie wedge ingots that weigh 2 pounds a piece. And now today, I'm going to show you, one, what you need to cast your own bullets, and two, the process of how to do it. Alright guys, this is basically all the stuff you're going to need here to go ahead and cast your bullets. So let's go ahead and I'll walk you through the stuff that we're going to need. First, let's talk about our safety gear. As before, we always use safety gear. Long leather gloves, welding gloves that come up high, and then that way it'll keep this stuff from splashing on you. Also safety glasses. Safety is important, but no reason to be a nerd about it. You know, as long as you're working on a small scale, we're not in a foundry, you don't have to have, you know, a whole just crap ton of safety gear. Just be safe. You know, you guys know the safe limits. All right, let's start over here. First thing we're going to go over is the casting furnace. All right, this is our 20-pound Lee furnace. All right, running about $60 from Midway, USA. Nice little furnace. It's for what it is and how much it costs. It's a good little furnace. All right, you can see we've already got some lead melting down in there. We got our thermometer in there, shooting for about 700 degrees. All right. Got our mold. It's a Lee 2-cavity 0.401 mold. It's very simple, very easy to use. All right. You'll notice I'm using a lot of Lee stuff. The reason for it is because, one, I like Lee, and two, it's cheap. You know, it's easy to use, and it doesn't cost you a whole arm and a leg. All right. Another thing we're going to go over is you're going to need some sort of wood stick. All right, or mallet. That's to knock, you know, the bullets out of it. You'll need a little spoon. All right, we got a little spoon here. You want something small enough that you can get down in there and work around with it. All right, so you don't want a huge spoon. Just a little spoon. Screwdriver. So if you have any spillage, you can adjust your screws. All right. You need your scrap bowl. Same scrap bowl we used from when we were smelting the wheel weights. All right, just some sort of scrap bowl. I'm also using for fluxing. Remember we talked about fluxing last time. I used wax. In the first stage I used wax. In this stage I used Frankfurt Arsenal clean cast leg fluxing compound. You get a big old thing of it. It doesn't take a lot. It's like $10. Once again from Midway, USA. And I'm telling you, go ahead and spend the $10. It'll last you a long time, and it does a good job. All right, and then lastly, what we're going to talk about is our quenching pot. I have just a standard pot. All right, I've got an old t-shirt draped over it. You can see it's soaked up some water here. Notice the distance between my furnace and my quenching pot. I got everything else in between it. It's because we don't want water in our casting pot. All right, in our furnace. And then some sort of tubing or rubber band just kind of holds it snug. Down inside of here, I've got a little strainer that I've modified, and I'll show you that right now. And I've rigged up a catch for the bullets. All right, I just took an old metal coat hanger, and I took a plastic strainer, and I trimmed it down so that it would fit down in the pot. All right, so I'm just going to push that down into the bottom there.